Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, I'm running a flash sale. It's a $7 flash sale to my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls trading course. If you go to johnsflashsale.com, you can get access to the $7 massive sale that I'm doing right now for a short time. So go to johnsflashsale.com and I'll see you over there. Alrighty traders, so let's do a quick market update for you. I'm just going to look at the Dow Jones, the S&P and the Nasdaq for you today. And I wanted this video here because I just want to give you guys a bit of an update on some simple things you can do to keep yourself calm. It is so important that no matter what is happening in the market today, whether we have an 800 point sell-off, which we had just recently, which is nothing by the way, please keep in mind and bear in mind what's really going on with the markets, okay? If you've been part of the markets for the last few years, 2 or 3 years or more or longer, you'll know that the market has a tendency every now and then, right, to have a sharp sell-off, and then it may just continue that upward trend. So please, it is so important. If you want to be a really good trader, the number one thing that you need to do is to keep your emotions under control. Keep your emotions in check. Don't go into the hype of all the crap that happens when the market suddenly starts to see a more than average sell-off in one day. Make sense? That is the number one thing. Whether you're looking to get into a trade, stay emotionally calm so you're getting into the right trade. Or whether you're looking to manage the trade, stay calm so you can manage the trade. You're not focused on the profit. You're not focused on anything else. You're focused on doing well that way. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that because if we bring up just simple analysis of the Dow Jones and the S&P 500, okay? And let's just bring up this is the Dow Jones here. And I've just brought up a blank chart here because this is something that I mentioned to my private clients just recently in the private group. And I was telling them that if you just make sure that you keep it really simple and listen to the market, listen to the charts, okay? Now, here's the thing. We can never predict where the exact high is in the market or the exact low is in the market. We can never do that. And if you try and do that, that's not the way trading works in the market, okay? If we're looking to see see that if the market is starting to top out and we're looking to start a bear market in the market, there's some simple things that the market will tell us what's going on, okay? Now, here's the thing. What tends to happen in the market in the overall cycle of things, right? The market will overall step up for maybe 5, 6, 7 years, and then it will go sideways for a year or so, and then it will start to step down for a couple of years, okay? So please don't think the market's going to go crashing in one day. We may get a black swan event. You can't predict that, okay? And don't be trying to. I did that before. I'm guilty of that, right? Buying VIX options and then shorting the S&P. I've done that. But it's so important to understand this. You have a nice big bull market that generally goes for, say, on average 5 to 7 years. This is now 10 years. Every top takes roughly 12 to 18 months to form. And then the bear market takes on average, say, 1 to 2 years. Makes sense? So it's not going to go straight down straight away. Once we start the bear market, which we haven't done yet, once we start the bear market or the next downturn, call it a crash, call it whatever you want to call it, okay? The simple thing is this. Once we start the next downturn, it's going to be a couple of year period, right? Just like 2008 into 2009 was what? 2008. Notice it wasn't just, and actually where was the peak in the stock market? It was the middle of 2007, right? And then it was towards the end of 2007 that we started the bear market. And then guess what? It took all of 2008 and half of 2009 to find a bottom. So it was a year and a half of a nice downward movement, not one day. And then the market started to pick up, okay? So if you are listening to jargon and crap out there thinking that the market's going to crash and all this sort of stuff, please don't listen to that, okay? So that's what we're looking at here right now. And some simple analysis is just listen to the market, okay? And so we can just simply go back to this here. What are we looking at here right now? This is just simple analysis. Look at the Dow Jones here, okay? What do we have here? And let's just keep this really simple. We have what? We have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, and we have a higher high. So without you opposing or bringing your thought or what you think or what you hope or what you fear or what you think or what you're scared of or any of that, all those emotions, throw that away. Simple logic. If we're looking at the market right now, who is in control? The buyers, right? Now people say, oh, but we've had a selling leg. Yeah, that doesn't matter, right? The overall market is still stepping higher. Now, I'm not saying that the market is not going to break a new low. We don't know that. But if it does break this low through here and we do start to sell off through here, guess what? Now we've broken what? A lower low. This could be the start of what? A bear market to come, which takes 1 to 2 years for it to happen. Makes sense? So right now, as we speak, we are still what? Low. Higher low. So this still could be, as you can see with my trend line, right, as well too, right? Look at that trend line there. From there to there, look at that trend line on the Dow Jones, right? Just bounced right there. So, guys, I don't know what's going to happen, but what I'm trying to share with you is that once the market tells us that things are changing, then we go with it. Okay? And what I mean by that is right now it's making higher lows, and this still could be just another higher low, a nice overall pullback in a bull market, which we're at right now. If the market does start to break this low here, that's a warning sign that things may be changing. Okay, so if we start to get this move down through here, then what we're looking for is a lower high, breaking of previous lows. If that starts to form, then we've probably started to form that overall major lower low, lower high. That's the market telling us that yes, if we're going to start to see a nice pullback maybe down towards these levels here of the 18,000, maybe even down to 14,000, we're probably likely to start to see that first. Okay, so I'm doing this video here right now, guys, because I see so many people that they really oppose their thoughts or their will, and they get so sucked in by all this media, right? Please don't do that. Please listen to the charts, because the charts are telling us once we start to clearly make lower lows and lower highs, the market that's when the market is now likely to start seeing some sharp selling in the market. Okay, so just this pullback that we've seen just recently, and I know I'm using black bars here. If I go to the candlestick chart, this is the candlestick chart here, right? If I go to the candlestick chart, as you can see, right, where did it come down to? It just came right back down to what? A long-term support line on the Dow Jones. The weekly chart, look at that there, right? Just all it came down to is just right there, and actually towards my 50 moving average as well too, right? So, guys, this actually could be just a nice move up before we continue up. And in fact, if you actually go look at the, that's silver and gold here. If you look at the Nasdaq, what's happened with the Nasdaq, right? The Nasdaq's actually got a pretty significant gap through here. So you're probably likely to fill that gap. And even on that weekly chart, look at that weekly chart gap. So we're probably likely to fill that gap. It's just a bit of a gap down. Look at this here, even on the Nasdaq, right? Low support. Look where it came right down to and found support. So again, guys, I'm not saying that I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. No one does. What can we do is just simply look at the market and focus on the market for what is happening right now.